is not even worrying about Indiana on Saturday. It's taking care of business.
Because if you lose tonight, it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you got it. It's one game at a time. You're basically in the tournament right now.
You are squarely on the bubble as well. Like, you are firmly inside of the bubble, but that could move back to outside of the bubble
very quickly
here this evening. Yeah, so it's been a wild ride, to your point. In years past, you would have had the January, February slide, and you would have stacked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses in a row.
Where you can't get back from it.
And to this team's credit, they haven't done that. Their longest losing streak this season is what we saw in the last 2 games, beside the Purdue game when they got the win. But they had not had a losing streak this year up until Michigan State and Iowa, which is...
And going into the year, if you said, hey, we're only going to have 2 2-game losing streaks,
feel really good.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you would have felt really
1,000%.
Really good about the situation.
So you hope they're coming into this week. They got to be coming into the week with just a ton of confidence, a lot of excitement. It's been a while since we've been to the dance. So, to be a team that could possibly get us back on that or in that tournament, you gotta expect them to come out and play well.
I know,
and just
right?
be, all over the place, just tons of energy, all the good stuff that comes with good basketball. You hope to see that this week.
Coming up 7:30 tonight, tip-off, Buckeyes and the Nittany Lions. Coverage will begin at 6:30. Reimer and I will have the warm-up show. 6:45, our network coverage begins. Paul Keels, Ron Stokes, Skip Mossick out in State College. They will take you through the evening. I believe last time that you were in here, Jay-Z, which was last Thursday, you and Austin had swapped shifts. We were talking about the over-under time for Sonny Styles at Arvell
Yes,
Reese.
and didn't we say, after they run tonight, that's all anybody's going to be talking about tomorrow?
We usually don't like to, give ourselves kudos, but I think we literally said 30 minutes before they started to run and did their workouts at the Combine in Indianapolis. Right? I think we did officially set the over-under at 4.5, and I think you said that's pretty fast for some big fellas. Both of those dudes clocking, a 4.47?
4.47.
And then Lorenzo clocking a 4.28?
I didn't know he had that in him.
I didn't either, man.
That blew me away. That's awesome.
That was more shocking to me.
Yes, I agree with you.
Than what Sonny and Arvell did in a great way.
Yes.
What he was able to do at the Combine, which was terrific. But, that was the last time that we had checked in with you. And I got to say, I feel like we hit the number on the head.
We did. We knew we were right there.
Yeah. Both of those guys.
And we both probably would have won because we probably would have taken the under because you knew they were going to go out and just, do what they did. I mean, the hype around those two now. I mean, the hype around all of the Ohio State guys that were there. I mean, there could legit be 4 in the top 10?
Yeah.
And Carnell, the whole 4 or 5, all right, I don't care about that. Cut the film on, watch this kid play his game.
Did you see Schefter today? Did you see what he was doing on
Did he tweet out
the Everything website?
Other guys that had run 4.540s?
Yeah,
and there's a lot of Pro Bowlers, I think.
Well, he did that, but also, Mike Florio tweeted something out. And again, I like some of Mike Florio's stuff. I think he's really good when it comes to contract details because he's a former lawyer and what's going on legally with some things. But Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk tweeted out an article. A curious question emerges about Carnell Tate's official scouting combine 40-yard dash time of 4.52 seconds. Adam Schefter blew up his Twitter feed. And it was just screenshots from, personnel from different teams. Mm-hmm. Or he's sending these messages out to different guys and he said, just to prove that you're wrong again. This was at Pro Football Talk, at Mike Florio. So a little NFL reporter on NFL reporter crime. And here was the hand times from, different teams.
Different coaches or, people that do that. And they go off their times, not what.
No names are included in this. This is just screenshots. One said 4.47. The other one said, we had everyone around us, mid to high 4.4. Combine Electric had him at a 4.53. 4.445, 4.446, 4.446. And then there were 3 more subsequent tweets from him about his Combine 40 time. So I don't know what was going on with him.
Carnell's agent knows Schefter pretty well. He's like, get these out there. This is what people are telling us from the league that they had him at.
Which is so funny because Austin and we were talking last night, understand where your news is coming from when you're reading about draft prospects. Mm-hmm. And so I would have to imagine that Carnell Tate's agent, like you just mentioned, he has the ear of Adam Schefter and is trying to dispel the myth.
Yes.
But all those guys put on a show who did work out last week at the Combine. And to your point, I mean, 3 inside of the top 5, 4 inside of the top 10. I don't even think 4 inside of the top 5 is that crazy to grasp. Now, that's never happened before in Ohio State history, and I don't know if that has happened before in NFL history in the draft.
You get 5 in the first round. Has that ever happened?
5 in the first round? Yes.
Probably Alabama's had something like that.
I think that has happened. I'll have to look at that.
We could potentially have that.
Yeah, of course we could. I mean, you're talking about Arvell, Sonny, Caleb, Carnell, and Cade McDonald. Yeah, 5 in the first round. Yeah. I think that would. I mean, that's not going to surprise. I mean, the first 4 are going to definitely go in the first round. 100%.
If K-Mac, I can see him in the 20s. I mean, that's just incredible. It is incredible. And now you got Caleb. Oh, his knee. He's got degenerative.
I know. That's exactly what we were talking about last night.
It's like, come on.
Degenerative knee issue.
That's somebody who wants to draft him, putting that out there just so everybody else starts to think about it.
I don't know. I've watched Caleb Downs play like every down for the last 2 years.
Yeah, he didn't sit out.
He didn't look very gimpy at all.
He looked pretty fast and a sure tackler.
Other than like maybe the second half against Purdue this year, where I looked at you, I'm like, I don't know if Caleb's having a great game. And that's because he was more noticeable than he ever has been before. Because when you watch Caleb Downs and you watch this Ohio State defense over the last couple of years, he's at his best when you don't notice him on the field because he's doing so much to eliminate basically half of it.
Yes. I mean, he is a special person. I mean, to hear Patricia talk about him, any NFL defense coordinator, defensive coach is going to be like, all right, Patricia knows what he's talking about. This guy is a coach on the field. He's going to be, he's going to be a player for us. Like, he's coming from a Patricia defense who came from a dynasty, basically in New England. Like they trust what he has to say.
I've got a hypothetical for you that we're going to get to in the next segment. Also, a college football icon passed away today. We'll get into those coming up next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
We're known for 3 things: games, conversation, and common man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Some foot issues just can't be fixed by those expensive shoe stores or shoe inserts. A foot exam from a doctor of podiatric medicine, who is the medical expert in foot and ankle care, may give solutions after doing a complete foot examination. If you suffer from foot, heel, or ankle pain, let us help you find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association so you know you are being treated by the very best.
For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Life is more fun with a pal. So is pizza. So check out Donato's $5 Pizza Pals menu. Order any large pizza and add your choice of a sub, salad, wings, dessert, and more for just $5 each. Order your favorite $5 Pizza Pals from Donatos.com today. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
Toyota gives you more electrified hybrid choices than anyone else, including the stylish new Corolla, a name synonymous with Toyota quality and dependability, the elegant new Toyota Crown Signia, and the latest edition of the legendary 4Runner. Toyota's extensive lineup also includes battery EVs like the tech-savvy all-electric BZ4X, and of course, the iconic Prius, the hybrid that started it all. That's the power of choice from Toyota. Let's go places.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
I love the neighborhood where I grew up, but it was tough.
Ohio State National Championship quarterback and former CareSource kid, Cardale Jones.
Football helped me find my direction, but I also needed the right support system. Seeing that CareSource heart around town, I just knew they had my back. That's the kind of difference they still make in neighborhoods like mine. This is so much more than health insurance. CareSource, Today and always, trust it. Visit caresource.com.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
From the first whistle to the final play, being a Buckeye fan calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day, so you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, proud vitamin and supplement sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Well, we've got a flood watch out for Central Ohio all the way through Thursday. Expect showers and thunderstorms tonight, overnight, into Thursday morning across Central Ohio. Overnight lows in the middle 50s, looking for middle 60s on Thursday, with some moderate to heavy rainfall possible at times. That chance about 100%. On Friday, it's a drier day. Chance of rain all the way down to 20% with some sun breaks coming through and high temps in the 70s. That is your 97.1 The Fan weather forecast. I'm 10 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Chris Tomer.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource. Proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The best damn radio show in the land. You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
Hanging out with my guy Justin Zwick here this evening. Want to let you know that we here on The Buckeye Show is sponsored by our good friends over at CareSource. I had a hypothetical for you.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
We did this last week, and I believe Pat Murphy was in with me. And we did not have a Browns fan in this discussion. All right?
Okay.
So Pat is a Rams fan who they just made a huge trade today. Basically, Les Snead saying, blank those first-round picks. We don't need it. Traded for, I believe, a Chiefs cornerback.
Oh, the cornerback, yeah.
Yeah. Again, forgetting his name. Don't have it in front of me. But a huge trade happened in the NFL today. And my question last week, I think it was last Friday, I asked this question to him, and I'm going to ask the same question to you. If you had the pick of the litter for your favorite NFL team, which happens to be the Cleveland Browns, at number 6 in the NFL draft, any Buckeye that you could take, they're available to you at number 6. Which one are you taking? You want to hear our answers first, or do you want to?
I think I'm taking I'm taking Carnell Tate.
Okay.
I think the defense is pretty good up there. I think they need some weapons. You know, the quarterback is what it is. I don't think you're getting anybody at 6 in this draft.
You guys are going to get Kyler. You're going to sign Kyler.
Don't you put that out there. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'm not putting it on anybody. That was our fan poll today. Sponsored by JT's
I did see that. That's right.
Would you be in favor of the Browns signing Kyler Murray this
No, I wouldn't. No. I hope everybody's saying no. We have 2 quarterbacks that we don't really know if they're good or not. We don't need a third.
Who's the second one?
Deshaun.
Well, you know he's bad.
Well, we don't know. Maybe the Achilles got him. Maybe the surgery and the year off changed some things. Listen, we're paying the man. We're going to see what he's got. I'm putting him on the field.
I'm with you on that. But saying 2 quarterbacks, we don't know what he's got when a guy's going into the last year of his $240 million contract.
Just let me live.
I'm trying.
I'd rather him out there than bringing in Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Because what is the game he plays and like his stats
Warzone.
go when Warzone comes out, his
Double
stats
XP weekend,
are
baby.
in the trash.
Yeah.
Every time. I don't want that on my team.
We're all in group messages and group chats, and I had someone say to me, really not to me, just to the group in general, do you really think Kyler Murray would enjoy playing in the cold weather in Cleveland? I'm like, it's warm when you play video games inside, so who cares what the weather is like outdoors when you play?
Yeah,
Plus, you guys are getting that shiny new dome up in Brook Park.
That's right. I guess, if we're planning for the future.
5 years from now.
Kyler's going to play in a dome when he's not on the team anymore.
So you're taking Carnell?
I would take I want an offensive weapon at 6 or an offensive lineman. I'm 100% okay with we don't have one from Ohio State, so that question doesn't work there. But I would take Carnell out of the guys that are going to go in the first round. I think the defense up there is good. We need some help.
Reimer for the Bengals. You chose.
Well, Jay-Z, that's too bad because the Bengals are going to trade up and draft Carnell Tate so that they can just have a loaded wide receiver room.
Have all their money on the offensive side of the ball. They just lost their best defensive lineman.
Just outscore teams. That's all we need to do.
They didn't lose him. They just cut him.
Yeah, they cut him free. I mean, he's not coming back.
Instead of trading him, Duke Tobin last year for anything, they just said, let's give you a year and then we're going to let you go.
Just release you and you're going to be a free agent.
Yep, that's the Bengals for you.
The Bengals are not taking a wide receiver. They need all 3 defensive guys.
My pick was realistically Caleb Downs.
Yes.
And I think
hopefully he's still there. I doubt it.
I think that they were the ones submarining Caleb's knee. I think that's I know that's a hot take, but I think they were the ones putting that out there.
Somebody definitely was. Whoever wants to draft him was putting that out there.
It's either teams like 7, 8, 9, 10. That's who it was to put that information out there about Caleb's knee. So Jacob took Caleb. Pat on the Los Angeles Rams delegate, he also took Caleb Downs. I took Sonny for the Bears. So I feel like we've got a lot of different things covered.
Yeah, I mean,
but you know what? I'm here for any answer.
I'll take any of them. Yeah. I mean, I love when the Browns draft Ohio State guys. I mean, you know what you're going to get. These guys come into the league ready to go,
especially with wide receiver. Like you talk about, the ready-made position.
There's what eight of our guys out there who are 4 or 5 at least.
I mean, look at the guys who have just walked in the league.
You had Michael Thomas, you had Chris Olave, I mean, Garrett Wilson. I'm going to forget.
Emeka last year.
Emeka.
Marv.
That's 5. Marv,
Chris
6.
Olave.
I mean, we have 6 or 7 dudes in there, like receivers from Ohio State. You should draft them.
Jackson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Playing in the Super Bowl. Had one of the most prolific seasons ever in the NFL.
I mean, it's incredible.
I forget about Jackson mostly because he plays in Seattle.
On the West Coast. We don't ever get to see
He's basically like he's playing out on the moon.
I didn't forget about him because he was on my fantasy team, and I loved every bit of it.
Did you win your fantasy league?
No, I did not.
What's the punishment?
I still got like 3rd, I think. Yeah.
So you're
that's fine.
Second loser.
Well, I was 3rd going into the playoffs, and then I had JSN, Devontae Adams, and George Pickens, and they all had a dud in the first round. And then I think I set a record points the next week of the league.
Well, of course. That's how fantasy football goes. That's why I stopped playing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Literally, that's how it works. I mean, as soon as you get into the playoffs, you can go in there scoring 140 points a game.
I had people telling
76.
me, I had people telling me they did not want to play my team in the playoffs. And then
that's how you know you're
feeling yourself.
My team was nice. And then they just flat out laid a dud in the first week of the playoffs.
Yeah, that happens.
Yep.
Sad news in college football today. Lou Holtz did pass away at 89 years old. Former Ohio State assistant, was an assistant coach in 1968 when Ohio State won a national championship. After 1 year, he became the head coach at William & Mary and then, was off to a fantastic career. I always looked at Lou Holtz, just from my age, Justin. I knew him more so from what he did on ESPN, really, than coaching. I mean, when it was the late night, the college football final or whatever.
Him and Mark May.
May, the
they
judge.
were a staple for a lot of years, yeah.
I mean, he, was it Reese Davis? I think Reese Davis was on that show, right? He had,
I think so, yeah.
He kind of had the gavel and those guys would go back and forth. But yeah, I more so remember him for doing that. And then, coaching at South Carolina, like in his later days before he went to ESPN. But that's a sad one because, I mean, we've been hearing for, about a month, 6 weeks that, he was not doing great, that he was in hospice. But I always held him in such high regard. And nobody ever thinks about this, but it's like, college football coaches that you really admire that aren't yours. I mean, Lou Holtz, man, I don't know how anybody in the world, when, you're talking about what he did at Notre Dame and his personality, at least on TV, from my perspective, how you would dislike the guy. Yeah. But yeah,
he's like a nice grandpa.
For sure.
In those years that you're talking about, he's like, it'd be cool grandpa to go hang out with. And by the way, he just won a ton of games and was an awesome college football coach and all the amount of people that he helped and different things that he got into over his years. What a career. Now, I wish he'd have kept his mouth shut when we were playing him because that kind of soured the whole Lou Holtz thing for me. Like,
Was that 3 years ago when we were up there?
Yeah. That didn't need to be, like,
Didn't
come
need
on,
to be
Lou.
sad.
If one of your coaches would have said something like that back in the day, like, they'd have got him talking to.
For sure.
So it's like, that's just fun. I mean, we won and everything, so it's all good. But I missed him. Was Ty Whittingham the coach right after him?
I believe so.
Yeah, because he's the one that recruited me at Youngstown or at Notre Dame.
Ty him or Davey O'Brien?
That's
Which
it's
one
getting
was
back
it?
there, I guess.
I don't know my Notre Dame list of coaches as
Lou
good
would have
as Ohio
retired
State.
before I was getting recruited, so maybe there was 2 coaches in between there.
Let's see here. Let's.
But he made you want to, like when Notre Dame called, you're like, ooh, Notre Dame, all right.
Bob Davey.
Bob Davey, that's right.
Who did I say? Davey O'Brien?
Yeah,
That's not right at all. That's an award for college football. That's not the right
He may have
guy.
coached a long, long time ago, but he wasn't with Lou.
Yeah,
Or
him
after Lou.
and Newt Rockney, I think we're on the same timeline.
Heck of a staff there.
I was thinking of Bob Davey. Davey O'Brien, Bob Davey.
Yeah, it's the
to me,
same.
they're basically the
It's a
same
name you haven't
guy.
heard in a long time, so to pull that out of thin air, that's good on you.
Yeah, Bob Davey was right after him. And then Ty Willingham, was...
That's who recruited me, but it was just, I wasn't, Catholic growing up or anything like that, but it's like, Notre Dame's calling, and that was because of Lou Holtz, and, they had the NBC deal, and they were on TV all the time. And
it was such a huge
a lot has
deal.
changed since then, but yeah, that was a huge deal back then.
I mean, especially in the late 90s, early 2000s, where you didn't know if you could watch an Ohio State game on the weekend, right? And, you knew at 3:30 on Saturday afternoon, and Reimer, this is going to be shocking to you, Notre Dame was on TV every weekend. 3:30 Saturday afternoon on NBC.
Whoa.
That was the time for Notre Dame. And my stepdad's
owned it,
a huge Notre Dame fan. Yeah. And he liked them basically because they were on TV every weekend.
I know I have something to watch every Saturday.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily blame him for that.
No, not at all. Not at all. If it's on the TV, I'll watch it.
All right, so you're not interested in Kyler Murray?
No. Kyler can go.
Apparently, he has 2 teams he'd prefer to join after being released.
The Browns or
the
first
the Browns are not on that list.
I bet it's the Browns.
That's
and
why we had to give
Vikings.
Deshaun guaranteed money just to get him to come to Cleveland.
Justin, I had a great time with
As
you tonight.
always.
Let's check in again next Wednesday, shall we?
Yes, sir.
And maybe by that time, Kyler Murray will be a Cleveland Brown, and we can react to that, all right?
I hope not.
Buckeyes winning tonight or not?
Buckeyes got to get it done tonight. They got to get it done.
Jay-Z, always appreciate the time. Have a great evening, all right?
You too.
Fan warm-up is next here in 2 minutes. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
Got this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Are you ready to transform your future and become a confident leader? Look no further than the Ohio State University Army ROTC program. For over a century, they've been developing future Buckeye leaders, shaping careers that change lives. Enroll now and seize the opportunity to apply for their life-changing scholarships. Whether you dream of serving your country or pursuing a successful career, the Ohio State University Army ROTC is here to support you every step of the way. Don't miss out. Visit arotc.osu.edu today to learn more and take the first step towards an extraordinary future.
T-Bone and Tybus are everything you want in a delicious breakfast. Lots of empty calories, no nutritional value.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan. Rip off your sweats and get in the layup line. It's time for Ohio State basketball. The Buckeyes are preparing for battle, and you're preparing to listen to them. Equally important. This is the Fan Warm-Up Show.
Presented by the Ohio State Army ROTC. Decide to lead today.
Happy college basketball Wednesday, everybody. Ohio State and Penn State coming up 1 hour from right now over the Bryce Jordan Center. Excited to see what these Buckeyes can do this evening after coming off of their huge win on Sunday against Purdue in prime time at the Shot. We'll get you to the tail of the tape here in a few seconds. We're going to take you back, though, to that Purdue game. Ohio State kind of suffering a little bit, right? I mean, I think we can all agree to that. loss on the road at the Breslin Center to Michigan State. Tough, hard-fought game, and then get waxed against Iowa in the midweek. Boy, was that a wake-up call? Like, what in the world is happening? How did you get into a spot where Iowa beat you that bad? Your backs were up against the wall. You were searching for a massive quad one win, and did you ever get it in a huge way against Purdue? 82-74 was the final score in that game. Reimer, I know that we have been talking about it since Sunday afternoon and through yesterday and on Monday, that rebounds and the aggressiveness going to the basket really was the difference for Ohio State on home court on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I felt like that was the best 40 minutes of basketball that they've played all season. They were aggressive. They attacked the glass hard. They defended well, and Purdue is a really solid offensive team. I'm pretty sure number 2 in the country in offensive efficiency, and they've got monsters down low, and I just love how the team collectively crashed the glass hard, and especially against that Purdue front line. Like, it was... you could tell that they knew what was at stake. Like, they had to have this win if they're trying to play meaningful games at the end of March, and I think right now they're on the other side of the bubble for sure.
Yeah, I do too. I think that they have played themselves into the right side of the bubble, which is nice. Now, it's an interesting case study because coming into tonight's game, like you have the roadmap. You know exactly what you need to do. You got the Purdue win, all right? You did the hard part.
You control your own destiny at this point.
You do. You win tonight, and then you win Saturday evening, late afternoon, early evening, back at home for senior night, and you're feeling good about that situation. We'll wait until after the game to talk about the Indiana game. Let's get to the mission at hand because Penn State comes into the game tonight. They're 12-17, dead last, 18th in the Big Ten. Weirdly and oddly enough, though, got a huge home win against Iowa in their last game out, 71-69. They have won 2 Big Ten games before that game against Iowa since the turn of the new year. I mean, Reimer, at one point during this Big Ten slate, they had lost 8 games in a row.
Yikes.
They beat Minnesota at home. They lost 2 games in a row. They beat Washington out on the road, lost 3 games in a row, and then turned around and beat Iowa. If there's a team in the Big Ten that has their backs up against the ropes, that know that they're out of the NCAA tournament, can do anything to better themselves in the Big Ten tournament as far as seeding and standings go, and needs to win the Big Ten tournament, it is an Iowa team, it is a Penn State team that you're playing tonight, but you have to feel confident going into tonight knowing what Penn State has been this season.
Absolutely. And I believe in that Iowa game, they were without their second leading scorer, who was also out tonight, in Caden Mingo. He averages 13.7 points per game. And that, I mean, if you look at this, Ohio State off a big win against Purdue, emotional win. They had to have it. Like, it screams trap spot on the road against the worst team in the Big Ten without their second leading scorer. Yeah, you got to come in full focused, be locked in from the jump, and just take care of business. You know what's at stake. You got to continue to play that way.
Absolutely, you do, right? And again, I mean, you're continuing to look at Bruce Thornton, John Mobley Jr. with a great performance against Purdue. And the best part about Junie, and I've been saying this all week, like, you got that performance out of him offensively, and he didn't get to the free throw line one time. Like, the amount of points that he gave you in that Purdue game with 21 points and 36 minutes played, he did that at 8 of 15 from the field, 5 of 11 from the three-point line, didn't even get to the line, which was terrific to see. I know it was only his second game back in the lineup, in the rotation. He was playing full minutes. You got to feel good about where this offense is at right now.
Absolutely. It showed you how much you really missed John Mobley Jr. because he's another guy that can just take attention off of Bruce Thornton. And speaking of Bruce Thornton, he's only 30 points away.
30 points.
Think he could get it tonight?
You know what? Hold that thought.
Okay.
We'll get to it after we go to the Bryce Jordan Center. Let's check in with our great friend Ron Stokes.
It's time to go inside the Buckeyes with OSU basketball analyst and former captain Ron Stokes.
We head out to the lovely State College, Pennsylvania, and check in with our guy. He is Ron Stokes. Ron, happy Wednesday to you. Buckeyes, huge victory on Sunday against Purdue. They got to be feeling good. They're feeling healthy. They gave the trainer the song in the locker room after the game. I mean, right now is Ohio State's moment to go out and take what is deservedly theirs with a big statement win on the road tonight against Penn State.
You know, the tough thing about this game, right, you have a phenomenal 20 minutes back-to-back, right, against Purdue. And then now it doesn't mean as much if you don't come here and win, right? So I think you got to keep it going. Clearly, they have a challenge. The fact that, as you guys were just mentioning, that Penn State was able to nip up Iowa, I think that helped Coach Diebler just continue to lay the case that, hey, you cannot come up here and sleepwalk. This is a Penn State team that's hungry. They got some guys that are playing at a really good clip. So I think they're ready. They had a great little film session before we left the hotel. Coach Diebler emphasized some of the things about playing the same way you did against Purdue and Columbus. So hopefully that will extend out on the court tonight.
Ron, I think we could all agree, like, it wasn't Devin Arroyo's best performance offensively, but one, he was incredibly strong going to the rack and making his free throws. 8 of 9 Sunday against Purdue. And then on the boards, he was a monster. Really got after it on the rebound side of things. And I think, it's a great thing for Devin Arroyo to be able to do that. We know he can score. When he has an off night, for him to be able to kind of change up his game a little bit, and if he's not making jump shots, but for him to be able to do that in a tough spot against Purdue when it was a very tough opponent matchup for him, I think it was good to see him do the other things other than score on Sunday.
That's a great point. And Coach Diebler talked about it on his radio show Monday about impacting the game when you're not scoring well. And that's what Devin Arroyo did. He was 2 for 8 from the field, 0 for 2 from long range, but he got to the line 9 times. He had 9 rebounds. And so that's what you expect of your upperclassmen and your good players, your best players, is to impact the game in other ways than just scoring, and that's what you expect, and that's what you got against Devin Arroyo. Big reason why Ohio State won, because the backboards was key. 36-29 advantage against Purdue, who just recently out-rebounded Michigan State despite their loss to them, but it was something that they needed to win that battle, and Devin Arroyo was a big reason why they were able to.
What did you make about Ivan Ugovin's performance on Sunday, Ron? Because I thought, this is a guy who, we've looked at and we've talked about when he's gotten minutes. Sometimes he maybe looks like he's kind of a fish out of water. I thought he played terrific on Sunday.
He did. He played with an aggressiveness, and that comes with confidence. And you look at the number of minutes he's played in the last 4 or 5 games. He's been steady, 4 or 5 rebounds, 4 or 5 points. And so if you're Jake Diebler, you know what you're getting from Ivan Ugovin once he comes into the game. He's going to give you that, right? He'll make a play. I mean, I thought that little 2-minute or minute and 30-second back-to-back good plays that he made. He defended, altered a shot, then he comes the other way, gets a rebound, and that nice vicious dunk. I mean, he impacted the game on both ends. He saves 2, and he gets 2. So that's a 4-point swing. So those are the types of positive minutes that you want from your bench, and clearly Ivan Ugovin has done that here recently.
Ron, is the toughest part about tonight's game flushing what happened on Sunday and just staying in the moment and knowing that you need to get a win on the road in Penn State?
Well, it's not finished, right? You did what you were supposed to do in Columbus, right? Same thing. You played one of your best games against Wisconsin. You take care of Purdue, and you need to win these next 2, 1 game at a time. And I think you do that. Your chances are pretty good that you'll play on Thursday, and you're in a great position to earn that NCAA bid. I miss it, guys. It's been 3 years in a row. I miss it. I want to get back there, and I'm hopefully that this team will continue to play well.
I'm hoping that you and Paul and Skip get sent out to Fargo or somewhere, wherever they're having the first round of the tournament.
Why would you say that?
Hey, it's the tournament, all right? It doesn't matter where you guys go.
Why are you putting all this pressure on Skip,
You said at least it's not Dayton. All right, Ron?
Okay. All right. Well, I just want to get in. I don't care where they send us, okay?
Ron, have a great night. Have a great call, and we will check in with you on Saturday evening for senior night, all right?
All right, go Bucks.
There he goes, Ron Stokes with us here on the warm-up show. It doesn't matter where you go, all right? You're going to get into the NCAA tournament.
You'll be dancing.
Who cares? Fargo, Tulsa, I don't even know where the first round is at. Everybody, it doesn't matter. You got to win tonight's game. Have an awesome night. We'll be back for post-game. Buckeyes, Nittany Lions up next right here on The Fan.
You've been listening to The Fan Warm-Up Show.
Presented by by the Ohio State Army, ROTC. Decide to lead today.
Stay tuned for Buckeye basketball on your flagship home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you could save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. The water's standing in the tub. My toilets will not flush. The smell's getting bad in here. I need help in a rush.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1 year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hey folks, it's Berm here from 97.1 The Fans, Austin and Berm Show. Last week I was on the road visiting a recruit and I saw one of my old fast food favorites on the side of the road and was hungry for lunch, and I thought to myself, this place used to just call my name, and I thought, hey, why not stop in and have some? I'm on maintenance right now with Awaken 180 and I'm allowed to eat it. So I pulled in, I ordered the usual, I sat there and unwrapped it in the restaurant and I was so excited. And then halfway through it, I thought, why am I eating this? And it wasn't even in a guilty way. It was more confusion because it didn't taste like I remembered. It didn't hit like it used to. I wasn't craving it anymore and I really wasn't excited about it. And I just kind of stopped wanting it. And that's when it clicked. Awaken 180 didn't just help me drop 35 pounds. It changed how I look at food. I'm 3 weeks into maintenance and I haven't put a pound of that 35 back on. And I finally understand what works for me. It's not about I can't. It's about not wanting it the same way anymore. I'm not craving the bad. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Are you ready to transform your future and become a confident leader? Look no further than the Ohio State University Army ROTC program. For over a century, they've been developing future Buckeye leaders, shaping careers that change lives. Enroll now and seize the opportunity to apply for their life-changing scholarships. Whether you dream of serving your country or pursuing a successful career, the Ohio State University Army ROTC is here to support you every step of the way. Don't miss out.